Let's get right to this great scoop by Bloomberg. Blackstone landed that $20 billion from Saudis. What did they give up?
Well, they essentially gave up a lot of the fees that they would normally get in order to get this massive commitment. Now, just to put this in perspective, Blackstone's flagship private equity fund, the entire thing is roughly, give or take, $20 billion. This was one commitment from one investor. So you sort of sit back for a second and think, wow. And then you realize that $40 billion infrastructure fund would be the biggest fund of its kind ever. So it's actually not hugely surprising that they would cut a deal here.
I read this, and it's a fascinating report, and it's great reporting, but it struck me sort of like a volume discount.
Right.
I mean, you have CalPERS or CalSTRS saying if you want to do business with us, you have to cut the fees. Right. Okay, so they said we want to cut the fees. It's not that surprising. It's
not that surprising. The scope of everything about it is a little bit surprising. We also don't usually get a look sort of behind the curtain here, and also it is a reminder that the Saudis, given everything else that's going on right now, are a massive economic force. We talk about them, obviously, Alex, in the oil business, but just in, for lack of a better term, the money business.
Oh, yeah.
They're a massive player.
I mean, you got Blackstone, you have SoftBank. I mean, I keep on thinking a couple weeks ago to Elon Musk talking about taking Tesla private with the Saudis.
Exactly. And I'm glad you brought that up, because when you think, back to the last year, you mentioned Elon Musk, and also SoftBank. SoftBank got $45 billion of its vision fund, its $100 billion vision fund, committed from the Saudis. So this has been the most important player for the last year. A year ago, you looked like a genius if you could get tens of billions of dollars from the Saudi government, and today that carries a little different weight.